get my recording going.
Dude, how do I start this though? I'm so confused.
OBS. What do you mean? Just start?
No. In the game, the next period.
Oh,
Oh,
just start it
Oh,
again.
go to lobby.
It goes.
Yeah.
No, it goes. Yeah, it goes instantly to the
I got
next.
it.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second period of the 1v1. We got, again, Bobby Malay versus Mikey. Mikey with a great opening here. What we're playing for is, if Bobby wins, Mikey's got to play at least 30 hours, roughly, of Terraria. And he's got to beat the Moon Lord, versus if Bobby loses, he's got to play about 35 hours of League of Legends. Mike's been very adamant on obtaining him as a partner in that game. And so he's got himself quite a comfortable lead here. Bobby takes possession, dropping back in his half. Just slow thing down here, try and maybe line up a shot. Mike is having absolutely none of that. Excellent block there. Tries to take down the sideline. Bobby bullies him off. He's got a great shot at goal here, and he sends it right down the middle. Great stuff from Bobby. He really, really does not want to play League of Legends. Yeah, I'll tell you, Mark. He's been really adamant against not playing this game with Mikey.
He's got other characters.
About him online. Yeah, it's brutal stuff out there on Twitter. I was posting obscene stuff about Mikey and his obsession with League of Legends. But you know, at the end of the day, they are friends, and sometimes friendships get hated. I was now on the defensive. Mikey's now, I'd say, dribbling. I don't really know the correct terminology. Is circles around him, but eventually loses out of possession there. Oh, a little bit of a missed opportunity there. Could be a breakaway for Mikey, but Bobby's having absolutely none of that. Yeah, Bobby's defense here has been pretty good with an excellent shot there. Wow, and we're all tied up. We're all tied up. It's 3-3.
The shot's getting dialed in, baby.
Yeah, he really seems to have warmed up here in the second period.
Can't wait.
Yeah, he's looking very strong. Although Mikey's now at a breakaway, could possibly make it 4-3, make all his efforts for none, and there it is. Wow, just like that, Mikey's right back up. Bobby's really got to work on his consistency. Yeah, that's probably been Bobby's biggest downfall here in this series. Is he just really struggling to get these sequences, together.
Mikey's so locked in, he doesn't even want to talk anymore. He just wants the audio being the comments.
A lot, bro. It's so good. I can't. How can I beat it?
Oh my word, an absolute blinder from Bobby. Mikey was caught completely off guard, had absolutely no idea he was going for a shot there. Mikey almost sneaks one in there himself too. Yeah, Bobby's shots have been getting closer and closer. Could be on for something major here. Mikey hits it upfield. Bobby's gonna be able to secure that. He'll take his time here. Mikey meets him about halfway, challenging him, pushing him back into his half. He's not going to give Bobby any breathing room here. Just try and keep him absolutely pinned down. Now he's going on the offensive. Hits it back into Bobby's half. Bobby should be able to collect this. Maybe send it around the other way. Yeah, you know what I really want to see from Bobby here in this second period is a little more creativity. You know, he's been kind of being a little static, going in pretty predictable lines. So I really want to start seeing him mix it up. Maybe even trying some feints, trying some some long shots. See what he can really do here. Already starting to lift up the stick. We didn't see any of that in the first period, besides the the old crab sounds. Oh, an excellent block there on the sideline. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Mikey's defense is really gonna evolve throughout this game. You know, Bobby's gonna have to put the pressure on if the lead stays how it is. And what an excellent breakaway there from Mikey. He's going all the way in, and it's no contest. Absolutely beautiful goal there from Mikey. Catches Bobby completely off guard, and he just wasn't able to catch him. Yeah,
I can't get over the fact that he's Australian, dude.
It is like a flawless Australian dude. It's like,
dude, it's so good.
Yeah, the inspiration comes from track and field commentator. No idea what his name is, but if you watch any of the Olympic Games,
his name is Crikey.
He's the main guy. He does a lot of commentating for NBC. Crikey McGee, that's right. We've got Crikey McGee and Steve here in the box. That's right, Crikey. It's a pleasure to be here. This is an excellent series we've got going on. High stakes as well. Got about a minute here left in the second period. Bobby is down by 2. Down by 2, which could mean selling his soul for many, many days to League of Legends. On the other hand, though, if Mikey manages to lose this lead, he's going to hop into Terraria, which, you know, it's not a fan favorite in the friend group. There's one player, his name's Sean. He kind of likes it, but really likes to avoid it as much as possible. Really doesn't like the early game phases. Yeah, you know, Terraria is quite a bit of an interesting game. You know, it's got quite neat boss mechanics and very amazing art style. It's kind of hard to argue that. Oh, unfortunate wide there for Bobby. Got about 30 seconds here in the period. Can he make something happen here before we go into the final period of the game? Mikey is absolutely stuffing him into the wall here. He's shut down. Oh, but he loses possession. But Bobby can't seem to gain control. Oh, and he barely misses on the left side of the goal.
This is doable.
That Bobby had that in his hands. Gotta call it a bit of a choke, honestly. He's starting to heat up the shots though, keeping Mikey on his toes. I think that's the key to winning this game. We know from their previous matches that Mike's not good against the long shots, specifically from the corner. And there we go, 3-5 down by 2. It's gonna be a tough final minutes here for Bobby. Yeah, we're gonna see how Mikey can keep this up. You know, he's really been putting on the pressure. Excellent defense, blocking all lines of sight for Bobby's shots here. Gonna have a brief break. See if they can dial it in here for the last period. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third and final period of this face-off. Bobby starting things off hot, automatically gets it all the way up into Mikey's half. Sorry about that. Oh, wow, and he opens up immediately with the goal. That is exactly what we wanted to see here from Bobby to keep this series alive. Yeah, let's see if he can keep the pressure on. Mikey might be shaking his boots here. Probably, I'd be shook up myself if I got scored on that quick. It's pretty embarrassing. Coming back at him. Go nice and slow. Having an absolute WWE smackdown in the middle of the rink. You know, and Mikey's got some experience with hockey, at least hockey culture. You know, he's from Michigan. He's been up there for quite a time. He's got some buddies up there as well. You know, maybe he's dabbled on the ice a little bit. Maybe knows the mechanics of the game a little bit more. Yeah, as opposed to Bobby. Bobby's Southern boy. He's been living in Bluffton, South Carolina for quite some time, and unfortunately, I think we're seeing the detriments of that as Mikey takes another goal.
Shit.
Yeah, you don't do much ice skating down there in the south. It's pretty damn hot, as I've heard. Maybe played some street hockey. I don't know. In his youth. Oh my days! And he gets absolutely bullied. And Mikey is now just running away with this. Yeah, man. I don't think Bobby's heart is really in this game. I think he is just content to kind of sell his soul, to do whatever. He's been fighting boredom tremendously over the last month or so. Yeah, after retiring from competitive Apex.
How do you get around me though? What is that? You just TP around me.
My word. This is turning into an absolute blowout here as Mikey scores another goal. You know, Bobby's not out of this yet. He's got about 3.5 minutes to go. Let's see if he can find a counter to Mikey's game. He's down by 4, but things can change tremendously in this game. Yeah, he's really gonna have to focus up here. Mikey's currently stuck in the goal. Don't know what that was. He was daydreaming. Maybe so. Thinking about the League of Legends games he can play when this is all over. You know, Bobby's keeping the pressure on here. Mikey's aggressive play is really effective here. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the switch back there, and he's got to play defense now. Yeah, Mikey's all the way down in his half already. Is he going to try and take it around the goal? No, he pulls back to his half, and Bobby is pushing him all the way back into his goal. Good defense to see from him. Mikey takes a long shot, try to relieve some pressure. Bobby takes it around his goal. That's around. Trying to kind of line it up. He's probably trying to plan his move here. Does he want to go for a long shot? Does he want to try and dribble? You know, Mikey's defense on those medium range shots has been pretty good. Yeah, Mikey's defense has been absolutely outstanding this series. Already a minute gone. Bobby's got 2.5 minutes to Oh,
My God, what a
very close. 2.5 minutes to try and claw his way back. Bullying Mikey in his half. Trying to maybe get an opportunity here for a quick little run to goal. Mikey sends it all the way up the rink. Yeah, it just seems like this whole series, Bobby's just been playing catch up. Mikey got an early lead and
I haven't seen you haven't seen a single impressive shot though out of Mikey. He just walks it in like this. He doesn't actually shoot it.
Oh,
And that statement got to him too. That's why he turned and tried instead of running it in, he just tried to shoot it again.
Yeah, it really seems that Mikey just been able to. He's just toying with now. This is embarrassing. For this to be done to a grown man. Hard to watch, really. Oh, what a great save there from Bobby. This could be what he needs to get the spark going. Yeah, you know, he's only got 1 minute and 30 left, so if he wants to make a move, he's gonna have to make it now. But Mikey is just sending the puck left and right, left, right. And Bobby with a long-range shot doesn't quite go in. It's really unfortunate. I think that really could have turned the tide here. It would have been a tremendously hard comeback after that, but Mikey goes for the long-range shot. 12 miles an hour, gets it done. Doesn't need to be flashy, doesn't need to be fast. Nails it. And I think that seals the deal. I think Bobby's fate's sealed. I think he's lost this game, lost his pride.
Bro, he's got
play
like
League of Legends.
His stick hits like a truck. I get knocked out the way every time.
Yeah, it seems like Bobby's signaling to the referee there might be something fishy up with his stick. You know, might have to launch an investigation into a cheating scandal here. But as far as we know, all equipment was checked for the game, and I think Bobby's trying to make excuses. Yeah, you know, it's tough to be down 5 goals with 44 seconds remaining. Oh, and Mikey almost scores another just to send him home in an even worse state of mind. Now Duke behind the goal, 30 seconds remaining. Unfortunately, Bobby just can't get anything going here. Mikey almost scores another goal.
There's glue on his stick.
At this point, I think he's just trying to keep as much pressure as possible.
There's glue on his stick.
Stepping on Bobby's neck. Can't even let him breathe. Going on for about this entire third period. Mikey really locked the fuck in.
There's glue on his stick, dude. I swear.
Now can Bobby get one more consolation goal? And that, a little too late, I'm afraid. The game is virtually over now. We're just waiting for the clock to wind down for ceremony purposes. But if we were able to see a couple more of those shots there at the end for Bobby early on in the game, could have potentially changed the outcome of this series. And
yes,
God damn it.
Yes.
Yeah, so there you have it, folks. So Bobby Malay loses to Mikey in an absolute thrash. Mikey absolutely, as kids say these days, pooped on him, and Bobby's going to pay the price.
Stick, I swear.
Yeah, so let's jump in here to a quick interview with our winner, Mikey Thornton. Mikey, so tell me, how did you approach this series? It was an excellent showing from you.
Man, I just approached it viciously. I knew I was gonna win. I went in there confident. I knew that was the only way I could really get the job done. And yeah, I came out on top, 9-5.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Absolutely great stuff to watch, Mikey. Was there any point that you were maybe worried that Bobby would start to really heat up and claw his way back? He did tie it up at one point. How are the mentals?
I mean, honestly, coming into that third period, I think it was he scored one off a rip. Had me a little shook. I was like, oh shit, I do not want to play 35 hours Terraria, man. I really thought I was gonna have to, and I answered back quickly, and that was that.
Yeah, absolutely great stuff, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see, we got an interview here with the loser too, Bobby. Bobby, tough series, man. You had him there for a second. You tied it up, but everything just kind of fell away from you. What kind of happened? What happened there?
All I'm saying is you should test his piss. He should be suspended.
Those are some bold claims coming from our loser there. Bobby, do you have any other proof that he could be using any kind of steroids? Is he, we don't have any recorded previous history or anything, or...
No, even marijuana is suspendable.
That is very true. Mikey does have a long-standing history of drug and alcohol abuse. But as we check here in the rule books, it says that being 4 beers deep and hitting the wax is absolutely legal in this series. So unfortunately, I think Bobby's claims are a bit unfounded, and I think the result is going to stand. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Absolute thrashing of a series there. Mikey takes the lead, and that means that Bobby's going to have to play League of Legends for 35 hours. So look forward to that. And again, thank you and good night.